Did you know? Babata, who has been accompanying Luo Feng all along, is actually a male, and Luo Feng even helped him get married and start a family. How did this happen? As we all know, Babata is the intelligent life form of young Embo Star Master, the companion of Huyenbo. After Huyenbo's death, he had been searching for his successor. Eventually, Luo Feng passed Babata's assessment and became Huyenbo's disciple. After that, Babata has been by Luo Feng's side, helping him plan and strategize, teaching him to cultivate and grow. They were practically inseparable, and in the anime, Babata is portrayed as a cute loli, so it's not an exaggeration to say that Babata is like a wife to Luo Feng. However, it was only after reading the original work that I discovered Babata is actually a male. We all know Swallowed Star is a male-oriented novel, so perhaps the anime changed Babata into a female to make it more appealing. Regardless of Babata's gender, his role in Luo Feng's life has been immense. Without Babata, Luo Feng might have fallen long ago and wouldn't have gained so many cultivation resources. In the end, with Babata's assistance, Luo Feng successfully reached the level of the Lord of the Universe. But at this level, Babata's role in Luo Feng's life became minimal, and he was essentially retired. However, Luo Feng didn't mistreat his old friend. He spent a huge sum of money to buy Babata a universe star, allowing Babata to become a true life form. Not only could he cultivate, but he could also start a family. Of course, Luo Feng also took care of the wedding arrangements. Later, Luo Feng used time reversal to resurrect his teacher Huyenbo and his 9 disciples. In the end, Babata returned to Huyenbo's side with his family. Some may say that in Babata's eyes, Luo Feng is not as important as Huyenbo. But it's not that Babata no longer sees value in Luo Feng. Even though Babata chose to return to Huyenbo's side, the deep friendship between him and Luo Feng remains unchanged. In Luo Feng's heart, Babata has always been the friend who accompanied him through countless hardships and life and death trials. Luo Feng deeply understands that Babata chose to return to Huyenbo's side because of an unbreakable emotional bond with Huyenbo. Luo Feng also respects Babata's choice, believing that no matter where Babata is, their friendship will remain eternal. With Luo Feng's help, Babata not only became a true life form, but also got married and started a family, living a happy and fulfilling life. Luo Feng often visits Babata to share his insights on cultivation and the wonders of the universe. In Swallowed Star, having good subordinates can help with household chores, resource interception, and even guarding the home. They are essential for both domestic and travel purposes, making them indispensable for committing crimes. However, at the beginning, Luo Feng didn't have a deep foundation behind him, so his way of building power was very straightforward, buying slaves to expand his influence. So, how many slaves did Luo Feng have, and which one helped him the most? Luo Feng's first purchase of slaves was when he first entered the universe and came to the Qiulong Star. In the slave market, planetary-grade slaves were worse than dogs, and star-grade slaves were everywhere, but even the highest-level war gods were just ordinary people. Luo Feng was very envious and bought 1,016 slaves for 1.8 million Black Dragon coins, including 1,000 planetary-grade 9th Order and 10 star-grade 1st Order slaves. Among them, 5 and 3 were 5th Order and 7th Order mental spirit masters of the He Meng tribe, respectively. Luo Feng named these 6 strongest slaves Meng 1 to Meng 6, 2 of whom were female. Unfortunately, these slaves couldn't keep up with Luo Feng's growth. When the Torii warriors came knocking, Meng 1 and Meng 2 could only send Luo Feng's family into the castle and didn't have the strength to confront the enemy head-on. Luo Feng's second purchase of slaves was during the invasion of the Torii warriors. The Nolan Mountain family sent Torii warriors, who secretly infiltrated Earth with 80 people and kidnapped Luo Feng's wife, Su Xian, and younger brother, Luo Hua. Luo Feng contacted the same slave merchant as before and bought 8 star-grade 9th Order slaves. With the help of these slaves, Luo Feng didn't hesitate to reveal the Golden Horn Beast and wipe out the Torii warrior team. 2 of these 8 slaves were quite special, one was Tai Nonhe, and the other was Aogu. Tai Nonhe and Aogu greatly assisted Luo Feng. When Luo Feng and Hong and Lei Shen teamed up to enter the inner universe, they brought Tai Nonhe and Aogu with them. They dug up many thunderstone and exchanged them for life fruits and 2 Lord-level weapons. As soon as they left the exchange point, they were targeted by the 9 princesses' men, with 1,000 star-grade 9 fodder experts chasing them. Luo Feng dared not reveal the golden horn beast, so he could only summon a C9 class spacecraft from his storage space. This type of spacecraft could withstand attacks up to universe level 5 or 6. However, they were still some distance away from the spacecraft's airlock, and someone had to stay behind to cover their escape. Tai Nonhe and A.O. Gu volunteered to stay behind. Tai Nonhe was instantly shot into a sieve by a C2 laser gun, while A.O. Gu's chest cavity turned into a pool of mud. Only by relying on wood doll crystals could A.O. Gu survive. Without Tai Nonhe's sacrifice, Luo Feng might not have died, but his good friends Hong and Thunder God would likely have died tragically. This would have undoubtedly exposed the Golden Horn Beast's secret, attracting even more covetous eyes. Luo Feng's last slave purchase was Daifan, a universe level 9 slave. The slave trader even advised him to buy an 8-level universe slave to prevent Daifan from breaking through and turning on him. According to the setting of Swallowed Star, during battles between the human race and the mechanical race, slaves integrated with biological chip technology would be completely controlled. If they tried to resist, they would be killed instantly. However, once they broke through the domain lord level, they could break free from chip control. Therefore, the highest level of slaves was universe level 9. But Luo Feng was prepared. Learning from his teacher, Huyenbo, who had 9 immortal servants, Luo Feng mastered Huyenbo's enslavement soul mark. As soon as he bought Daifan, he imprinted the soul mark. Daifan was also an invaluable assistant to Luo Feng. Not only did he help Luo Feng defeat Baikalo, but he also tutored Luo Hai and Luo Ping. Luo Feng trusted him deeply, and his talents were exceptional. After Luo Feng raised him to the Domain Lord level 9 with resources, he broke through to the Master Lord level even earlier than the genius Baikalo. However, when Luo Feng was about to subdue the mother nest of the insect race, ordinary Master Lords couldn't assist him anymore, so Daifan had to stay on Earth to protect his family. From then on, Luo Feng no longer bought or sold slaves, but controlled soul servants through secret methods. The second soul servant he controlled was Baikalo, the strongest disciple of the Nolan Mountain family. Luo Feng and Daifan intercepted Baikalo, who was causing trouble on Earth, and after defeating him, enslaved him using secret methods. Baikalo's presence was insignificant. Later, he and Daifan guarded the mother nest of the insect race on Earth together. Although Huyenbo's secret method could control 9 people, Luo Feng didn't use the soul mark secret method after enslaving Daifan and Baikalo. Later, Luo Feng exchanged for the soul control secret method from the Virtual Universe Company, which theoretically could control 10,000 servants. After mastering this method, Luo Feng returned to Earth to subdue the Master Lord level mother nest left by Huyenbo. The queen mother of the insect race, Irina, was a delicate beauty. Of course, there were no difficulties. Irina became Luo Feng's soul servant. Queen Mother Irina was quite powerful. Before being subdued by Luo Feng, she had already helped him greatly. The Nolan Mountain family invaded Earth several times, but didn't use their full strength. They didn't even dare to come to Earth themselves, fearing a poisonous sphere on Earth, which was the mother nest of the insect race. It was the deterrence of the mother nest that allowed Luo Feng to survive and develop. After Luo Feng subdued the insect queen mother, he also created a 1,000,000-strong army of Master Lord level insect race, which helped him escape the pursuit of the immortal Svika of the mechanical race. In the extraterrestrial battlefield, Luo Feng obtained the title of Dahui King and subdued the soul servant Zhongjian King. He was ambushed by his companion Tianzhen King, but ended up being fortunate. Luo Feng managed to master the Star Tower due to this incident. In order to seek revenge against Tianzhen King, Luo Feng subdued 8 other immortal kings, such as Lianxin King, Shenzhong King, and Techi King, ultimately gathering 10 immortal kings under his command. In the end, to deal with the crisis brought by the army of domain beasts to the primitive universe, Luo Feng used the strongest enslavement method of the Jin Kingdom to enslave Morosa, the domain beast, with 3 stars. With the help of the traitor among the domain beasts, he enslaved 8 more domain beasts, eventually helping Morosa become the king of the domain beasts. He was the strongest servant under Luo Feng's command. Almost all of Luo Feng's servants couldn't keep up with his growth pace and soon left his side. However, the intelligent life form Babata had accompanied Luo Feng for the longest time. She helped Luo Feng strategize, solve Earth's crises, and plan his path to growth. Luo Feng also repaid her kindness. Not only did he help Babata find a suitable mechanical body in the extraterrestrial battlefield, but he also bought the treasure of the mechanical race, the mechanical heart, allowing Babata to cultivate. After becoming the ruler of the universe, Luo Feng reversed time and resurrected his teacher. Huyanbo Babata also chose to follow Huyanbo again. Of course, as the protagonist grew stronger, he was destined to be lonely. If one cannot endure such loneliness, how could they aspire to the peak and become the ultimate power in the universe? Only those who have read the original work understand why Babata praised the Thunder Lord Kebo as comparable to immortality. Under Luo Feng's leadership, Thunder God, Hong, and others entered the core area of the interstellar domain. There stood a massive blue castle. Just as various forces were gearing up to enter, the ninth princess suddenly appeared in the sky with a large group of troops. She immediately issued a warning to the adventurers below. Anyone daring to approach the blue castle and snatch its treasures would inevitably perish under the C2 great laser gun. Seeing the formidable power of the laser gun, everyone present fell silent. None dared to disobey the ninth princess's command. She ordered her subordinates to open the castle's gates, which slowly swung open. Suddenly, a strange beam of light shot out from inside, catching the adventurers off guard, resulting in instant death. When everyone came to their senses, they felt a sense of having narrowly escaped disaster. Fortunately, they hadn't entered the castle. Otherwise, they would have been the unlucky ones. As the gates of the blue castle opened, a giant figure appeared in the sky. Although the old man appeared physically massive, he was actually an intelligent life form, not a real human. He guarded the blue castle, waiting for those with fate. At this moment, seeing numerous stellar-level powerhouses all gathered for the treasures of the Domain Lord, he immediately set forth his conditions. To obtain the treasures of the Kabu Domain Lord, one must exchange them with thunderstones. Each treasure was clearly priced. When Babata saw these treasures, she was extremely excited. In her view, these treasures were not only numerous, but also diverse. Especially, the complete inheritance of spatial secrets, which seemed to have deciphered all the laws of spatial origins, and the bloodline evolution agent, which could completely replace one's previous bloodline, allowing for direct promotion to domain-level powerhouses upon maturity. Of course, there was also the 9th-ranked life fruit, a sacred medicine for healing. Even if a domain lord powerhouse was severely injured, they could completely recover after taking it. With such wealth, Babata believed that the Kabu domain lord could already rival a relatively poor immortal. In Babata's view, this Kabu domain lord might have inherited from some immortal powerhouse.